welcome to McBoss Capital channel. My name is Michael Chu. This is a video I will be talking about the growth stocks list I follow. And these are the lists that have already reported their earnings, and that's what I will be focusing on. This is for the week ending November 21st, 2025. Here we see that in the spreadsheet here we have number of stocks in uptrend, 86 by the end of the week, and downtrend we have 272. So overall, we're falling about 391 stocks here, with 33 within 1%, which means near neutral of their moving average. And then we have only 18 stocks making new recent high here. And in terms of percent uptrend, we are at the highest this whole week, so that's a good news, right? So we are at 24%, not very good, but at least we're not down in the low teens and single digits here, which was Thursday was really bad day for growth stocks, and we saw some rebound on Friday. And we're going to look at which stocks have bounced back a little bit and are still showing some new momentum here. Looking at this spreadsheet, we have the symbol here. We have the price percentage performance. This is data from October 10th, 2025, which is pretty much near the beginning of the earnings season. And then here we tell you whether it's above, the 1021 day, which was considered uptrend. If it's within 1%, usually we still consider that neutral. We see the group and sector here, and then yeah, we see the highest date here. If they're making a new recent high since over 10, then we also mark that date here. So we're gonna start with technology, just because this week I feel like the technology group really got hammered the most, right? Especially on Thursday. So let's look at some of them, like SNDK, which has been doing well, really well this whole rally, has finally topped, looked like a top signal here. It was holding pretty tight until Thursday. And Thursday, I mean, this was a huge drop, like 20% drop there. Friday it bounced, but I mean, it is, it's definitely oversell short term. But I don't know about this bounce. It's not very convincing to me. It's only up 2% on Friday. I mean, we did bounce back from the low, but again, this is expected, right? So we have this 10-day slope going down this way right now, very steep, and we are very far away from the 10-day. And then 21-day has just started to slope down as well. So we'll see how it reacts around 10-21 day here, and see what happens next. 50-day is still going up, but I mean it is starting to kind of slow down because of this fast drop. And we'll see if it also finds support at the 50-day if it does come down that far. So those are things to watch for most growth stocks, and just watch the 10-day slope. They're gonna find resistance there, and then watch where the next support line, because that's where it could drop to. So just beware. Again, this data storage group, I mean, they're starting to turn pretty hard right now, and SanDisk is one of them that has been holding up pretty good until Thursday, right? WDC, very similar. I mean, Thursday it just knocked it down. Friday it went down almost to the 50-day. Again, the bounce is very weak to me. 0.74% on Friday. STX, same thing. Thursday's drop brought it down all the way to 50-day, and then Friday it even crosses it and just closed near the previous day's close. Again, it's still down 1%. Just not much of a bounce here. And MU, again, same thing. Thursday, huge drop right there. Down 10%. Friday undercut the 50-day and bounce here 3%. Again, I don't know if it's considered that a strong bounce. So here's the trick, right? Like, I mean, if you want to buy on this bounce, watch the 10-day, see what happens when it come back to 10-day. Be ready to act if it does come back to 10-day, and because if we find resistance there, we're gonna come back down and test the 50-day again, and if it breaks down, it could be another bad day, right? So those are things to watch out for. I mean, the market, these stocks have been rallying for so long. If you have been following these stocks, you have been, probably up quite a bit, or even catch part of this, you'll be up. But you don't want to give back all your gains so easily, and that's what's happening right now. 1-2 days can make a big difference, and if you didn't let go and it just keep dropping, who knows, right? So those are things to watch out for. So I'm not going to go through all the stocks in downtrend right now. I mean, you can see TSEM, Form, MTSI, a lot, other areas also getting hurt, even TER here, KYVO, Ground, AEIS, Twilio, Globe, STX, we talk about BLLRF. I mean, there's just a lot. I mean, Shopify down here. I mean, some of this has corrected a lot as well. Like, I mean, it's incredible how much they have corrected. Duolingo here. And then the list go on and on. NVDA is down here. We covered that in the main market video. Microsoft, Palo Alto just reported earnings again, just didn't do well. Dell. I mean, ANET down here, A Lab. I mean, they're trying to bounce on Friday, but just not much of a bounce, you know. So yeah, we'll see. Like, you know, the only stocks that are still standing, you know, even then, I don't know if I would chase those guys because it's just too late in the game. Like, I'd rather see some sort of pullback or correction. So this is momentum. It's still going. It bounced nicely on 10-day Friday. It did come down pretty hard on Thursday. It's still above the 21 days. So, I mean, everything still looks good from a technical picture. But, you know, do I want to chase this stock? Not for a second here because the AI theme is just kind of getting hit hard and the whole tech area is getting hit hard right now. SEMR got bought out, so it's up quite a bit from that buyout news. C1. So this is something that, you know, that is kind of not really did well this rally, but recently it has made some sort of momentum right here, and it's coming up very fast, very strong. We do have this black line, 200-day moving average could be a deterrent there. So we'll see what happens as we come close to it. But Friday was a really good day. You can see we bounced back from Thursday's reversal and closed at pretty much near the top, making a new high. So this is a stock that is kind of slightly different, you know, acting very differently. Google, we talked about in the main market video, still acting really strong. Q2 here, DY, this one just reported and did really well. FICO, COM, DGII, Apple, we covered that as well in the main market video. ALKT, and Intel, you know, trying to also find some support and coming back. So yeah, I mean, you know, there's not many tech stocks that are showing great momentum right now. Most of them are in downtrend. So not a good area. The only reason I start with this group, this sector, is because of what happened to so many of them getting hit hard this week. But I'm going to turn on to something more positive, which is the health related area. I mean, the biotechs are doing really well. And here are all the names here. I'm not going to be able to go through all of them, but you can see there's not many in downtrend. A lot of them are, you know, more than half of them are up in uptrend, and some of them are making new highs. So definitely take a look at them. Some of them ABDL I think was have some ball out news, so that, you know, could be over in that in terms of movement. But we have A Tech here, Alpha Tech Holdings, you know, nice bounce. Again, the good news is that so this one has come out from this base here, and then it went up to over 20% gain from this breakout point very quickly, and then we pull back right here very nicely. I mean, you know, near the 10-day, we did undercut the recent week low here before we bounce back on Friday very strongly. So here's the first 5-minute bar that got hit hard, undercut the last week's low here, and then we bounce back strongly. We give back some of it, but not too much. So overall, it's looking very healthy, and yeah, it could continue this uptrend momentum, and looks really good. So here's ARQT making new gap up on earnings here. Then after that, we pull back, and again, 10-21 day, we found support here. We bounce back, and we have been going back up again since. Look at Friday, Thursday. You know, I mean, it didn't get sell off. I mean, on Thursday, it was a day, even though so many stocks sold off, that was the day where you want to look for relative strength performance. And this line right here, RS strength, relative strength performance, really indicate how strong it's performing. And also, it never want to come back down to 10-day. And that's one of my favorite things to look for is when it pulls back, it just doesn't want to come near it, and it bounced. And Friday was a clear signal that, you know, it wants to go higher. Next, we have CAH and SNDX here. So this stock has come up really strong since earnings as well, and it's holding up really tight right now. Look at it. It never want to come down to 10-day. I'm just so impressed with this stock. And obviously there's not much selling. You know, if volume start to show out again, I would see we're going to start to see some ants building up, and those ants could signify there's just lots of accumulation in this stock. SNDX here, breaking out from a double bottom base. Is, you know, day to day is not the prettiest chart because you can see there's lots of swings here. But on the bigger picture, you know, it is a very nice chart because if we break out from this double bottom base, we pull back here, and then we have been slowly coming off the 10-day bounce here. So overall, it's acting healthy. Whether it will run like this run right here, we don't know. But if we do see that, that would be nice. Then we have LQDA here in uptrend, Lily, MDGL here. Everyone's talking about Lily these days. $1 trillion market cap right now, breaking to new high. Huge long base here. Hasn't moved in a long time now. It's showing tremendous strength. Um, Earnings futures guidance are looking not too bad. Sales, you know, down to 8%, but it's still growing pretty good. And here's the chart on the daily. Look at this straight, really strong slope. I mean, this is the 570-degree angle, breaking out from this base here. It's just not much selling. Every sell was a bounce, by the dip kind of thing. And again, Thursday was a big sell-off day. Look at that. It didn't want to sell off much. Friday, it bounced right away into new high. So there's a lot of momentum, and the volume on the buy side is so much higher compared to the sell side. And Thursday's volume was even lower than average on the sell side. Next, at rank 27 has GKOS and Penn, both in the medical products group. This one has come out of this 200-day black line. It came above it. You know, in the morning we found support. And again, look at Thursday's, you know, really tight trading there. Not much selling in higher volume there. And we have way more volume on the buy side, and we're making new high. I really like this chart right now. You know, we're still under this previous 102.80, but I mean, if we come above it, I can see many buyers jumping in. Penumbra, this one also been digesting for a long time. This, you know, we have this earnings gap up. Again, lots of this earnings gap up doing well recently. Again, we didn't want to touch the 10-day green line here, and then we bounce on Friday, making new recent high. It looks really good. We do have some in downtrends still. Iowa, MUDP, BTAI. Then we have ESPR, PTSG, TARS, ADMA making a new high on Friday. So let's take a look at that one. Here we go. We kind of bounce after the earnings. We're not a very fast pace, you know, very quiet movement. Then we gap up, then we move up above the red line. Then we go higher, but then we pull back to the short-term 10-day, and now we have bounced off it, and now we're reaching the black line. So again, you know, could be a resistance there at the black line, but if it comes up above that, and here's 2026 and our level to challenge, you know, so yeah, it could come up fast. Let's see what happens. With IDXX and Core both making new high. Here's IDXX bouncing after recent pullback, and yeah, the momentum is back on, very close to new high here after this long base and gap up on earnings. So yeah, it looks really good. Core, this one has been going on for a little bit, then it start to move sideways. Again, doesn't want to go below 10-day. It bounced back pretty fast, and then Friday we make a new high. So again, very good job on that. Volume is much higher than the selling side on Wednesday. And then we see some downtrend, PHC, BHVN still in downtrend, UTHR in uptrend, with MCK, PNTG, both of them in making new high. ABBV also in uptrend, ENSG in uptrend, KNSA is uptrend. So feel free to go through some of these stocks. But yeah, overall, some of these health related stocks are just doing really well. So again, let's jump to retail. You know, there's still more than half is in downtrend, but you know, there's some movement here. So let's see. So Real is in downtrend, ACA is downtrend, Wayfair. Wayfair, you know, kind of came up after the earnings, make new high here, over 20% gain, and then we start to pull back. And this pullback was quite severe because it even undercut the previous low here. But right now we are bouncing very strong on Friday, and that despite Thursday's big drop here on higher volume. So the fast recovery is always a good sign, because it's kind of an expectation breaker. So that's what I like about this chart right now. Next we have Expel here. This is auto related area, long base came out right here. After earnings, it kind of reversed and the trend has reversed as well. And so far, it does not want to come down to 10-day and touch it. And every time it just bounced. And Friday, we saw a really strong movement here by over 5%. Planet Fitness, this one also been on a long-term downtrend. And then after earnings, it shows some sign of life, huge gap up here. Then we see some volatility following the market in general, and we pull back down there. But the 10-day slope is still intact, moving up in momentum here. And then Friday, huge bounce, and we back to where almost the new recent high here. GT, this is good year again. Long-term downtrend here, and then we start to see some life after the earnings result. Then we start to pull back, but again, the pullback is probably like half of the range here, so it wasn't too bad. But then we start to bounce again off the 10-day right there. So we close pretty much near the highs here. 810, 816 was the previous high. So we'll see. Yeah, it looks pretty good. And we still have some other retail stocks in downtrend. HTHT, CNK10. We have H making new high. Marriott making new high. So some of the hotels are surprisingly doing better. We have VIK in the leisure service cruise line doing well. We have Yum in the restaurant. Again, many restaurants have been hit hard. We'll see if they turn around. We have AS here in the retail shoes or some area doing good. Let's take a look at that. Or in the sports area, I guess. Amer Sports, yes. And it pulled back on Friday. It didn't participate in the rally, so that's something that not good, but it's still in the uptrend. So we'll see. And yeah, I mean, feel free to look at some of this. Not a very strong group, but it's slowly showing some strength, some coming back. I mean, we have Shack, big correction, Chipotle here. All these have been hit hard. So yeah, I mean, Walmart had a good earnings report, so let's take a quick look at that one. Here's a nice bounce on Thursday. It did give back, almost more than half slightly, but still look okay. Here's volume on Friday as well, so we'll see. But this is a nice base here. I don't mind this base at all. But let's see if we can, bounce again here. TJX also making new highs, so this is a name that really haven't been on my radar for a long time, and right now it's showing really nice move. Look at this, and this is kind of long resistance level here, and we kind of break through that this week. Wednesday on the earnings, Thursday we're holding it, Friday we follow through. So that's exactly what I want to see. The financials are probably has the most stocks in my list. But a lot of them, hasn't gone anywhere, even after the earnings result, and they're still in downtrend. But we're seeing some signs of life, even on Friday. We have out here making new high. This is a very nice performing stock right now, breaking out this base here. And so far, again, one of those stocks that not wanting to touch the 10-day. Every time those are buying opportunities. So again, looking very sharp right now. We have Pay still in downtrend. So you can see the ranking drop significantly because they have dropped a lot, and some of these are trying to come back up right now. So let's see, BMRC and Bull. Here's Bank of Marion Bancorp, still near the resistance level, and if we come out of this level, it will be very powerful. So again, a lot of these stocks are setting up nicely right now. So if they break out, I mean, the race is on there. BOW, this is long-term trend line. Look at that long-term. We broke through it, and then we pull back to test it once more, and now we bounce. So again, we're setting up for a very nice, breakout momentum here. So again, all these stocks are setting up right now. Ryan, very similar long-term downtrend, came out and then pulled back to the short-term moving averages here, and then bounce. Again, if we come across this level, previous highs, it's setting up for really strong momentum after. Wall, MBBK, lots of stocks, AMGC Pay here, OSBC, TFC, PAGS, TMP, JLL, even this real estate area. This one is a double bottom base, and right now it's setting up nicely. And we have a nice, again, it recovered so nicely from Thursday's drop. I mean, that is incredible. I mean, many people who have been shaken out on Thursday. Friday, we came back so easily. and we're setting up again for this nice breakout. If we come out, and we could see a lot of buyers coming in if we break out here. So again, we'll see what happens next. This is kind of like one of those moments where things are set up. Let's see what happens next. If it does move up, let's see if buyers come in and push this a lot higher and a strong breakout on higher volume. That's when it's my cue to jump into some of these stocks here. Kate here in uptrend. We have SFLPLA still in downtrend. EBC in uptrend. FBNC, CFG. A lot of banks. You see a lot of banks here. RKT, PFSI still in downtrend. OMB, another bank here. Regional bank did well on Friday. A lot of regional bank, that whole group did well on Friday. BCS, WRC, FNF again. This one is insurance. We have PNFP here, Southeast one. Yeah. So it's starting to look good. A lot of them are bouncing back, and not only that, they're setting up for a really traditional breakout. So let's see if that will work. Commodities really weak right now. Despite gold is holding near. I mean, we can look at AUGO. It's holding tight, just like the gold price is. It's not doing much. It's not too much damage either. Like the one stock I usually watch is Barrick. It's holding up near the 10 days. So again, it's not terrible. It's just not moving. So, but let's see. It could be setting up as well. So that's another thing to watch out for. We have HGML, I believe. Yeah, HGML still doing well. It's pulled back a little bit from Thursday. Friday found support. And this is lithium. Lithium has been a really strong group lately. SQM also doing well. It's pulled back as well. Let's see. We'll find support here on Friday. I'm not convinced yet, but if it does continue to bounce, then yeah. MVGS in the transport pipeline, STLD in the steel, DTM in the oil gas transport pipeline, PA in the oil gas transport pipeline. So those are still holding up. And finally, we have industrials. Industrial also got hit pretty hard, right? Like Cohere. Let's look at this. Here, Thursday was a huge reversal. Friday, it recovered part of it. It's near the 10-day. I mean, we can look at some of the more well-known names like Celestica got hit hard now below 50-day, trying to stay near the 50-day at this moment. VRT also below 50-day, trying to bounce back. Downtrend, but we have some moving, not too many, but we have Dove, RL, CSW, WM, BRC here. So you can feel free to look at that. WCN, so kind of, more boring area like pollution control, they're kind of moving. So that's pretty much it for this market. I think overall, it looks like there's some rotation happening into health. Maybe regional banks are setting up, and some retail is starting to bounce back. But yeah, technology hasn't done well. Precious metal seems to be just holding at where it is right now, and industrials is not very strong, just like tech, which is at least the ones that are more related to AI theme. So that's pretty much it. Hope the market will show more signs of rotation, and maybe at some point the tech stocks will stop bleeding, and we could have another uptrend going forward. Thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe. Thank you for your support.